quizzes on Monday are the worst. But life is unfair, so sharpen your number 2 pencil. True or false, you can smoke marijuana and buy a gun in Colorado. Think carefully now. The wrong answer is a federal crime. When was the last time Colorado voted for a Democratic president while America picked a Republican? Think way back. This next question is a mix of philosophy and transparency. If a President Trump tweets, then deletes, is that a violation of records preservation law? If you can identify this person, we'll tell you where this photo was found. And a sports question. Is Tony Romo to the Broncos a crazy idea or a crazy good idea? Pencils down, pop quiz over. Next starts right now. If you're a fan of freedom and you would prefer to stay free, there's something you should know. If you enjoy marijuana and you want to buy a gun, you can't do both legally in Colorado without committing a federal crime in the process. Anastasia Bolton, friend of Next and part of our 9 Wants to Know team, found a pesky new piece of paper.
How do I make a story about a form, a piece of paper, something you'd care about? Oh, I know. I'll use the words marijuana and guns in the same sentence. I'm almost certain I got your attention.
Insofar as marijuana is concerned, it's still a controlled substance federally.
You've heard that before from the feds, but they need to remind you of that, no matter if you live in a state that views marijuana differently.
There's been a lot of changes lately with marijuana laws across the nation, and this provides an opportunity, with the changing of the form, this provides an opportunity to ensure that dealers and purchasers know exactly what federal law is in relation to this topic.
It so happens the ATF was already changing its most important form, the firearms transaction record, effective this coming January. The timing just worked out with all these states making marijuana legal. The form asks if you're, quote, an unlawful user of marijuana. And before you, in Colorado, for instance, check no, it reminds you.
The use or possession of marijuana remains unlawful under federal law, whether it's related to recreational or medical use.
Well, I've always thought that the federal government's position on marijuana is archaic.
The marijuana folks always say this.
To say that somebody can be on a no-fly list and still possess a firearm, but yet if they are taking medical marijuana under their doctor's supervision and under a state medical program, they can't own a firearm. I think that there's something inherently shocking about that.
A debate on that is for another story. This is just a friendly heads up that lying on a federal form is a crime. Just FYI. For Next, I'm Anastasia Bolton.
Dad, Anastasia Bolton, always a helper. So now this issue, this form, they are not unique to Colorado. 29 states plus the District of Columbia have medical marijuana now, and 8 states have recreational adult marijuana use. And guns, of course, guns are popular everywhere. All right, where are my nerds at? Who knows the answer to the question that we posed off the top of this newscast? When was the last time Colorado voted for a Democrat for president and America chose a Republican? Shout your answers now. I can hear them through the TV. It was actually a former Republican state legislator, Rob Whitwer, who asked the question, and Secretary of State's office that found him an answer via Republican strategist and sort of historian Dick Wadhams. The answer? 1908. When Colorado chose Democrat Williams Jennings Bryan. You know, you shall not crucify mankind upon a cross of gold. And America was like, yeah, cross of gold sounds fine. Let's go with Republican William Howard Taft. 108 years ago. Nerd alert over, back to real life. President-elect Trump's planning his transition, picking his people. And if you want to pick up a ticket to the inauguration, Senator Cory Gardner's got your hookup. Senator's office is offering up a limited number of tickets to Coloradans who want to go to Washington, D.C. for that day. I would assume that Senator Gardner, who refused to support Donald Trump, is not going to be in the middle of the crowd waving a homemade Trump Pence sign. You might have to go on your own. Requests need to be in by December 1st, and you'll find details on the tickets in this story on 9news.com. President-elect Trump is a tweeter, and he's a deleter. And that raises an interesting question about the Presidential Records Act, because each of the president's records, all of them, are supposed to be transferred to the National Archives at the end of his term. Now, of course, they didn't have Twitter in 1978 when that act was created, so deleted tweets are a gray area. You can bet that someone in the media will wring their hands over this like it's life and death, and you can bet that with nearly 16 million followers, President-elect Trump can't exactly tweet and delete fast enough to escape history. Our week-long investigative series on skyrocketing prescription drug costs brought in a whole lot of questions for our 9 Wants to Know team, and Kevin Vaughn tackles the one concern that we heard about the most.
You called and we listened. One thing we heard over and over, that seniors caught in the Medicare donut hole are struggling to pay for their prescription drugs, especially this time of year. What's the donut hole? That's the point each year when Medicare's prescription benefit runs out for an individual and out-of-pocket medication costs shoot up. The Affordable Care Act is chipping away at it, and by 2020 the donut hole should be closed, assuming the law doesn't change before then. But for now, if you're on Medicare and you've already spent more than $3,300 on prescription drugs, like the woman we heard from who's cutting her pills in half to save money, here's what you can do for next year.
What we recommend is that people do some comparison shopping among the plans that are available, because the prices vary from plan to plan.
You can do that by shopping on Medicare.gov or by calling 1-800-MEDICARE. But if you're going to change plans, the deadline is December 7th. After that, you're stuck on whatever plan you have now again next year. For Next, I'm Kevin Vaughn.
Kevin wore a tie. He classed up the joint tonight. Now, there is a catch, of course, because drug prices can go up anytime. The experts say if you're shopping for the least expensive plan, you'll at least have the best chance to cushion yourself against those price bumps. We got together and we worked some stuff out on Friday night. Our ongoing Let's Just Talk conversations brought together a few dozen Coloradans to honestly discuss their feelings about the presidential election and the state of America.
I've been told that I have no right to complain unless I register and vote. So I did so. Second reason, it's on my bucket list.
I hope you have many, many more elections left.
I'm very fearful for what policies and legislation might come down from that, as well as how people are going to be treated. And I'm just a human. I'm like everybody else in this room. I just want to be loved and love people in return.
We have totally opposite views, but I totally respect her.
We're not racist. We're not small-minded. We think outside the box a lot of the time.
I think that this entire town hall so far has helped me to see that, not everyone is that way. Not everyone believes those things, and it really does make me hopeful.
We're not the extremes that seem to be brought out in the media. The extremes on either side, whether it's the extremes on the Democratic side or the Republican side. Like they said before, we're not all deplorable, and we're not all uneducated.
We're scared about the future. I mean, it's a real legitimate fear that we have about what this guy could be capable of. And I feel like, I don't want to put it on you, but as the winning side, it's like you guys voted him into office. So it's up to you to stand against him if he's going to come down on those who can't defend themselves.
The only way that we bridge our divide is if we talk to each other, not yell at each other on Facebook.
We are open to facilitating more Let's Just Talk chats, especially if they'll help you reconnect with someone in your life who has drifted away due to recent politics. You can email us next@9news.com or get our attention anytime with the hashtag HeyNext. So Kanye is not coming to Colorado, which is a real shame because all of Kanye's concerts these days come with a complimentary onstage meltdown. Now that meltdown might come 3 songs in when he then calls off the show, but at least you know there's some suspense. But sadly, Kanye canceled the rest of his St. Pablo tour, including a November 28th stop at the Pepsi Center. The Denver Post notes that Kanye has canceled his last 4 scheduled shows in Colorado. So it looks like we won't get a chance to see Kanye rant about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, Beyonce, Mark Zuckerberg, MTV, etc. Listen, Kanye, we get it. This election shook up a whole lot of Americans, but you don't see them calling out sick for the next month. Cody's right over there. He's here every night like a professional. Hasn't missed a single show on the Hey Next tour. Next, 2 Coloradans get really high in pursuit of a new view of our state. A lump in a couch turns out to be a piece of someone's family history. The question now is whose? And the local TV news will tell you to pack your patience, but they never tell you how to pack your pie for Thanksgiving. That's what Next is for.
Just below the booming heart of Denver, Jason Garcia wraps up days of painstaking work that's all about contrast. the city and the creek.
The foliage or choke cherry, the namesake of the creek itself.
Contrast. In bright metallic paint, a giant bull snake looks over people passing by.
I felt like a snake is a really good sort of symbol, or the shedding of skin. Right now, Denver is definitely in a time of renaissance.
Contrast. Not everyone is part of that renaissance.
It's got Tom, who's shooting heroin like 20 feet over that way. This morning, there were 2 people sitting up here. This is someone's home.
For them and the visitors, he hopes his work is uplifting.
The pattern that I'm actually painting right now is ojos de Dios, which are God's eyes. They're placed in either homes as a blessing or even along a path.
Some will just see a pretty new wall. Those who stop to explore can find more that stands out in this picture.
From the sidelines to the front office, get the inside story from the ultimate insider. Broncos Sideline Stories with Jim Sacamano. Saturday nights at 9:30 on Channel 20.
So pour out the beer, please.
Public drunkenness, homelessness.
Police, come out of the tents.
Drug use.
This is what I choose to do with my life.
You've seen the stories on the city's image problem. You've voiced your opinion. You want it fixed.
I think a lot of times the public gets frustrated with these sorts of behaviors. The first people that we call upon to deal with them are the police.
Denver police are arresting these people. Your tax dollars at work. But is this fixing the problem? 9 wants to know tonight on 9 News at 9 and 10.
Join the magic of the 9 News Parade of Lights. Support a great cause and enjoy a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Visit our special auction at denverparadeoflights.com and bid on amazing experiences. Ride in the parade with Santa. Get a sneak peek behind the scenes. Spend a night in luxury and so much more. Proceeds benefit the Downtown Denver Events nonprofit organization helping to preserve this Colorado tradition. Visit denverparadeoflights.com to get started. We'll see you at the 9 News Parade of Lights December 2nd and 3rd.
The city of Denver is photographed hundreds, if not thousands of times each day. So tonight we thought we would show you a new view, some that are rarely seen. Drone photography. Here's a new look around Denver in 60 seconds.
The first time I flew a drone was magical. I've always wanted to be a pilot, so when these drones came out, it made me realize I took my childhood dream in reality. Really try to capture all the gems around the state. When you get out there, it feels like you just get lost in the sky and it takes you away. You can actually see the beauty around Colorado.
We can set up shots with a more wide angle. I mean, you can't get that wide with just, a regular camera. You have to get up high so that you can see it from a bird's perspective.
I really want to show people who lived in Colorado and people who want to come visit Colorado the structure and what Denver, Colorado has to offer.
The freedom that the drone gives us with the camera is amazing.
A woman wanted to buy a couch and sit down, and instead she finds herself climbing through someone else's family tree. Katie Roberts bought this couch at ARC, and she found an old photo inside. No information, no name, no date, nothing. No other clues were found with the vintage couch. So Katie reached out to Next to see if we might get the photo out there and get the picture of the couch out there. And all she wants is to return this picture to that person's family.
After I purchased it, I found the photo in it. And I also think the photo is really unique and special. And I just wasn't sure if it, the family that maybe it belonged to or the person who had owned the couch, if they wanted that back. I thought it might be special to them. It's a very striking photo, I think. Somebody might be missing this, I don't know why. I just felt like it was, a really cool portrait. We put it in a little frame, actually, next to the couch. We're kind of sentimental.
Katie lives in Denver. She's hoping that somebody in the area may know the woman who's in the photo, may recognize that couch, maybe from Grandma's house. If you think you know, email us next at 9news.com or give us a shout, #HeyNext. Mike Kliss is like the Snopes.com of Broncos rumors. He'll sort fact from fiction on this Tony Romo talk. Danielle Grant is like the 9 News weather app of meteorologists because she knows the forecast, but she's not an app. And the spot in Colorado where you can get 2 errands done at once, provided you need booze and a haircut. Next.
Sunday in Colorado is game day. Start your day with the Broncos on Game Day Live. Sunday mornings at 9 on 9 News.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful
Thank you, Colorado. This year's 9 Cares Colorado Shares was a huge success.
Together we collected tons of food and thousands in cash to feed Colorado families. Special thanks to all 9 Cares sponsors.
Don't worry, you still have time to donate.
You can pick up a donation box at King Soopers all month long.
Or you can drop off any new or used coat for Coats for Colorado at any dependable cleaners.
Let's keep the spirit of giving going all month long.
So it's not really noticeable, but I've been growing a little facial hair this November. Me and a ton of other American men for No Shave November. Guys in 9 News are participating. We're raising money for cancer research and for men's health awareness. You know, last year 9 News raised nearly $18,000. We're lagging a bit behind this year. It's probably my patchy beard. Now, all of us are raising money in honor of or in memory of someone close to us who fought cancer or is fighting cancer. For me, it's my grandpa. This was one of his jackets straight out of the closet. He fought colon cancer. He's not with us anymore. He did not lose his battle with cancer. They gave him months, and he stuck around for years. He kicked cancer's backside, but it cheated. So as long as cancer cheats, we'll keep raising money for research to fight back. If you're willing to kick in $10, it would be much appreciated by this guy with his patchy beard. You can find the link on the next Facebook page. And if you want to see a real beard, I must say, that Ryan hair grows facial hair like Idaho grows potatoes. Steve Steger, not so much. But Ryan has a real professional looking operation there. Steve, he's trying, God bless him. You can see all of our transition photos on 9news.com. There's Ryan's. Oh, good Lord. Day 1 to day 15, we'll do day 30 updates, and here's hoping that mine looks decent by then. The bye week gave Broncos fans the chance to endlessly speculate about the idea of Tony Romo coming here to play quarterback next season. Spoiler alert, our Broncos guy Mike Kliss, not a fan of that idea. He recorded his thoughts from deep inside a well, in case you're curious about the acoustics.
I'm going to go with crazy idea. I can see where Tony Romo wants to play for the Broncos. They got the great defense. They're Super Bowl champs. They might have a vacancy, he thinks, but not really. The difference between Peyton Manning, when John Elway went after him in 2012, and Tony Romo, should he become available in 2017, is that Elway is happy with this quarterback situation now. He wasn't happy in 2012. I hate to say this, Tebow fans, but Elway wanted to move on from Tim Tebow, and Peyton Manning was a Hall of Famer. Tony Romo is really good, but not Peyton Manning good. That's number one. And number two, he would not have drafted Paxton Lynch in the first round with the idea of having him going on the Brock Osweiler program once again. That didn't work out for the Broncos, the Brock program. So they want Lynch to get ready as soon as he can. And in the meantime, Trevor Siemian is 7-2, and he has an over 90 passer rating on third down. That's why he's 7-2. So the Broncos are pleased with the kids they have going up, rather than an aging 37-year-old quarterback next year who's been very fragile, a bit of a diva, if I might say, and hasn't been able to win any big games. So a crazy idea. Understand it from Romo's point of view, but I highly, highly doubt the Broncos would be interested in Tony Romo.
Hopefully we can find Mike Kliss before this storm system barrels in. It's already starting to hit parts of the western slope. Snowfall coming into the mountains, and that really is where we're going to see the bulk of the action. We're going to be talking about snowfall measured in feet. The heaviest arrives overnight into tomorrow morning. Blowing and drifting snow could be a problem. If you're heading out to Grandma's house on I-70 tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, just be aware it could be messy. And even down here in the metro area tomorrow morning, the commute could be dicey. I'm watching rainfall first, and then it switches over to snowfall by about 6, 7 o'clock. So yeah, get ready for it. It's going to be a quick one though. You can see 10 o'clock tonight. It's going strong up in the mountains. We're still quiet here in town. And then by 4:30 a.m. that rain, it's sitting right over Denver along I-76 across the eastern plains. And then we get a shot of cold air and it switches to snow. By 7 o'clock, the snowfall continues. And then by about noontime, it's out of here. A couple of lingering showers along the eastern plains up in the mountains. And then by tomorrow night, all is clear and our temperatures will drop dramatically. We're talking about 8 to 14 inches across the San Juans, 4 to 8 inches up around the Front Range Mountains. And here in the metro area, I'm leaning 1 to 3 inches right now. The southwestern suburbs have the best shot at seeing a couple more inches. About 43 degrees tomorrow afternoon. The winds are going to be kicking up with this storm. It's a cool day for a lot of folks. A little taste of winter. Sunshine returns to us. We're back to the mid 50s on Wednesday. Thanksgiving, not too shabby. A little windy. And then Kyle, the 60s. They're back in no time.
Danielle Grant, do not bring that forecast graphic back without the twerking turkey on it. I know that you have that capability.
I'll work on it.
Very good. Thank you. 'Tis the season for burnt turkeys and awkward family dinners. Now, the other TV shows will tell you how to have a perfect Thanksgiving. Perfect turkey, perfect family. Listen, honey, you know that your family is not perfect and your turkey's usually dry, so let's embrace the best, worst Thanksgiving memories out there. And we need them in 5 words or less. A few of you have already taken on our challenge today. We have giblets left inside the turkey. It happens, Tina Cunningham. There is stomach flu. Family left me. Sorry about that, Veronica Ortiz. There's cat fur in the gravy. Tony Diaz, keep your cats out of the kitchen. And lastly, smoked turkey before it's carved. Tori took that one like a champ. They had takeout that year. Let's hear about your Thanksgiving fails. Embrace them, people. Get them to us on the next Facebook page. Twitter, hashtag HeyNext. Remember, 5 words. Awkward family stories are encouraged. May I make a recommendation where we point you towards something that we didn't do ourselves, but we were all talking about today? How to fly with a pie. Condé Nast Traveler wants to help you with your culinary carry-on. Apparently you can fly with a pie. According to the TSA, pies and cakes are both okay in checked baggage. Sounds tough, or carry-on. Recommended. Remember, though, the TSA officer makes the final decision, so don't act all squirrely while you're holding your baked goods in the line. Now, all the other Turkey Day fixings are subject to the normal restrictions, so cranberry sauce, gravy, don't mess with it, people, but the pie should be okay. Just let them know what you have. You can read the full article on the next Facebook page. We found a sign that a certain number of Coloradans are in need of both a haircut and a stiff drink. Next. Crazy how people want to talk about next wherever I am around town. I think we're starting to get the hang of this. And get the viewer feedback. Kyle Clark News at 6 is the most idiotic broadcast, similar to Dumb, Dumber, and Dumbest. It will be easy to get rid of you. We like the viewer feedback. It's spicy. The nice ones aren't as fun. We'll read those later. Tonight you have aided and abetted in the destruction of true journalism. I like that. That's dramatic. That's a good one. Together, we're changing the way that people look at news. That's different. Keep the hate mail coming, though, please.
I'm Marty Caniglio, sharing Colorado's weather stories. 9 News, everywhere.
All God's children, we got to come together and share the good feeling. 'Cause nothing ever gonna make this world better if we don't start believing that love really, really, really is the answer. Everybody join hands 'cause it's time now. Spread the love all over the world. Spread it all over the world. If we just love each other, and lift up one another, shine a light from every heart. Now. We got to spread the love all over the world. We've got to spread the love.
From Maine to Maui, thousands of high school students across the country are getting in on the action by volunteering in their communities.
It's great helping others, and it feels good too. Are you in? Whoa!
Anyone can do it. All it takes is a little time. Are you in?
Action teams of high school students are joining Volunteers of America and Major League Baseball players to help train and inspire the next generation of volunteers.
It's easy to start an action team at your school, so you too can get in on the action.
Are you in? Get in on the action at actionteam.org.
It's a sign. Stacy Wan spotted it in Alt. Liquor, haircuts, drive-in service. Wait now, drive-in haircuts, drive-in liquor, drive-in haircuts and liquor seems dangerous. What's wrong with people? Come on now. Patrick Tanazi says, like the form, it makes me want to watch again. We're going to make it great again.